Hello, I'm Rodrigo.
And I'm Heather.
And we're going to share with you how we came to know one another and how the Lord was part of the entire process.
Amen to that. So back in August of 2011 was the very first time that me and Rodrigo met. We met at
King's Harvest Ministries, Soup Kitchen.
And so we met for the very first time there, but didn't really have much interaction with each other.
Nope. Because I'm all business.
And I was all Soup Kitchen. So, anyways, fast forward, we met
2012. We met at a function. We met at together through our small group that we both are part of, but in different groups. We got together for a function, and we briefly encountered one another there again.
And then again at a friend's house. So
passing.
Right, and so me and Rodrigo were part of the same small group Bible study through Harvest, but we were in different home groups in it. But from time to time we would have social events, and so we ran into each other again. And it wasn't until July of 2012 that we had our real first conversation.
Yep. We talked about the Lord and just how passionate we were for the Lord and for what He was doing in our lives and just for the gospel. And
he was sitting there in the kitchen in the corner. I thought, here's my chance. Let's go corner him.
No.
And it worked! So, I cornered him, and that night, we just talked the rest of the night.
Yep. And shortly thereafter, we decided to start dating.
Yep, but it didn't work out. This wasn't the right time. So we tried again. The second time it didn't work out. It wasn't the right timing. But Rodrigo said, I want to still be your friend, and we did.
And I was. She didn't believe I was going to be.
Guys say that all the time, and they never mean it, but he actually meant it. And so we stayed friends for the next 8 months. We just would check in with each other.
Encourage one another.
We went
pray for one another.
Yeah, bike rides and stuff, and had one very long bike ride that turned into a 5-hour ride thanks to flattened tires and rainstorms.
And the Lord's hand.
Because
much on that.
It was a time where I feel attracted to Rodrigo again. Like, what is going on?
And I was like, hey, she's cute again. All right.
She'll never stop being cute.
No, she didn't.
So, anyways, fast forward, nothing happened there. October of 2013.
Her downstairs neighbor of like 20 plus years living under her moves out out of nowhere.
Yep, she moved out, vacant apartment that hasn't been vacant for 24 years. My landlord says, you know anybody? I'm like, I don't know anybody. And so
fast forward a month.
Yeah, fast forward, and I get back from India.
Rodrigo puts
on Facebook, this guy has to move out ASAP.
Yep.
Because the water had been shut off in his apartment.
Because landlord was just in dire straits, and so.
Yep. So, anyways, I told him I was like, vacant apartment. I didn't think he would actually take it. I was just being a good friend. I thought there's no way.
So she texted me, hey, the apartment's available. Do you want to come check it? Not thinking that I would ever go down there.
Yeah, but he did. The next day he came and looked at it. And I'm down there in the apartment, and
I was like, I'll take it.
And my jaw dropped to the floor, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. My ex-boyfriend just became my next door neighbor.
Yep.
And so, anyways, as time goes on, about a month, my sister, Andrea, would not get off my back about how you need to date this guy, and you need to date Rodrigo again. And I'm like, yeah, I already did that twice. Not once, twice. And I was kind of seeing another guy at the time, and I was like, Andrea, no, it's not meant to be between me and Rodrigo, but she just would not get off my back, and she broke me down, and she made me realize that actually that is what I wanted, and so.
And she'd been praying for God to bring the man that He wanted for her to
Aledo.
The metropolis that is known as Aledo. So, it's like needle in a haystack, Lord, that's where I want it.
I prayed that. I said, God, I don't know how, but I know that you can do this. I know that you can bring a man to Aledo, because I just want to date a man who lives in the town that I live in, and I just thought it was a long stretch of a prayer, but God did it. It's amazing. And so, anyways,
about a month after I moved in, we talked, and she asked me if I'd had considered in the past of giving it another try, and I told her I'd be lying if I hadn't thought about that. And so that spurred us on into talking and praying about maybe dating.
Yeah. And so I said in my prayers to the Lord, I said, God, you have to give me love in my heart towards this man, because that's why we broke up the first and second time, was our friendship just never grew towards love. And so within a matter of days, God gave me love in my heart towards him, and I knew that I loved him, and so Rodrigo,
took me a little bit longer to confirm that I loved her, but
he knew.
Once I knew, I knew.
Oh, for sure.
And so then when we decided to start dating, we just said, if things are good in 3 months and we're progressing like we're progressing, why are we gonna, let's just get engaged and have a short engagement and get married.
Yep, so 3 months engagement, 3 month wedding planning, and here we are, just a few days away from being married, and we're just ecstatic for what God is doing and excited to be able to share with you all how God brought us together by his hand. There's no way that I could have done this. There's no way that Rodrigo could have done this. And so we're just thankful for God's divine intervention in our lives.
Yes, and his patience with
Amen.
two hard-headed individuals.
Amen to that. So,
Amen. So that's it. That's all we got.
Bye.
Okay, bye. You have to go. You have to go.